All right, this is a really a nifty script that I wrote for you, and you can access this to once you receive the spreadsheet. You can open up your VBA console and you can access it from here. A couple of things to notice about the code. There is a delimiter default, which I set to bar asterisk bar because the data that you sent has those as the limiters that separate between the fields, the individual fields in the data. So let me jump right in and show you how to make this work for you. You invoke the macro, and the first question is which cell contains the field value pairs, and you need to click on the heading for that field. So I'm going to click on this. And then it's going to ask you to confirm that there are 1,021 rows of data under this particular heading, AJ5. And what it's doing is it's ignoring all of the blank values that may be there, and it's looking all the way down to the bottom of AJ and extracting which rows have data. So once you confirm that this is the right selection, eBay custom specifics, click on yes, and then it'll pop up that default delimiter that I showed earlier in the code. We can click OK because that is the delimiter separating between the fields. And now it's going to ask you where do you want to put the data. It'll tell you that it found 142 fields, and this is important for you to understand what this does. It has already cycled through all 1,000 records in column AJ, and in each one, it starts incrementally building up a list of fields. So the first field it finds is type, and then it found form factor, and then it found brand and MPN, etc. But as it goes through the records, there may be records that have new fields, and it builds a comprehensive list of all the fields. That's where this 142 number came from. So now it's asking where do you want to put these 142 fields of output. We're going to point at this empty available column, and I'm going to be pointing at the place where the field names will appear and the data will show up below it. And obviously you want to align this to your data, so you want it in the same row as the rest of your headings, which is in row 5. And now click OK, and we're done. So easy to use this. Now you notice there's 142 fields of data, just as promised. One thing that I want to point out is this dynamic collection of field names. So let's just add the new field somewhere here in row 3. Let's call it, I don't know, wow equals banana, and separate it. And now we're going to run this macro again. It remembers your settings from the last run. OK, OK, and set it to the same destination. It'll warn you that this destination is not empty, or you want to continue. Now look carefully. Your first column was type. I'm sorry, you had type, form factor, and a few other things. And now you're going to see that a field called wow is going to be discovered. And where was it discovered? If I scroll to the right, you'll see it was discovered here. That's because only once these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fields were discovered in the first couple of rows, all of a sudden we discovered a new field called wow, and it has just one value, which is banana. That's it. Very simple to use. Hope you enjoy this macro.